We are here with His Excellence Ambassador Talò. He was member of Italian mission to the United Nations in New York during difficult time of September 11, Special Envoy of Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs for Afghanistan, Ambassador in Israel. Currently, His Excellence Ambassador Talò is permanent representative of Italy at Nato. Dear Ambassador, Italian-American relations are considered one of the best success stories of the past 75 years. With a successful European Union, Atlantic Alliance is one of the two pillars of Italian foreign policy. Will American renegotiation of the alliance during the years break this fruitful relation?
Well, first of all, it's a great pleasure to be with you. And you said correctly that our relationship with the US and our commitment to NATO and to the European Union are really the pillars of Italian foreign policy. And they continued notwithstanding the change of administrations. So this is something important. We are an alliance of democracies, and in democratic governments, it's normal to change administrations, to change governments. But we continue to have this very strong relationship because we always share the same values. So the values remain. We are an alliance for, not against someone, but for something, for our values. So we share these values, we share same interests. So I'm sure that this will continue to be the case, a very strong relationship between Italy and the United States, and all this within NATO. So a strong commitment both of the US and Italy together with other our allies inside our alliance.
The Mediterranean area is facing major challenges in energy, economy, and political relationship between countries who want to defend their strategic assets. In the last period, we see a renewal of clashes in Libya and in Syria, and Turkey, who wants to expand its influence in this area. What is NATO's position?
Well, we always supported a strong NATO interest for the Mediterranean area. So Italy has always been a strong supporter of what we call the southern flank. We think that it's very important for our own security to be engaged and to really have a focus on what happens in the southern shores of our sea, of the Mediterranean, where Italy is really at the center. We have, of course, the big threat of terrorism, and terrorism is usually a threat coming from the south, from a big area of instability which we have south of our Mediterranean Sea. Then, of course, there is the presence of big powers. First of all, Russia is very active in Syria, and now we know that also in Libya there is a strong presence, and at least the interest of Russia. So it's important for NATO to be very careful and to strengthen our ability also to do planning and to be more and more prepared in the Mediterranean, in the south at large.
His Excellency Ambassador Talò coordinated for OSCE a conference against anti-Semitism. With coronavirus pandemic, there has been a spread of fake news. This brought, between other things, an increasing amount of anti-Semitism in Western countries. What is your opinion towards this?
Well, you're right. The conference you mentioned has been very important. I'm proud that Italy made a strong effort when we had the presidency, the chair of the OSCE. And this was the first of a series of conferences which continued focused on the issue of fighting against anti-Semitism. This is a phenomenon. It's like a virus. which is difficult to eradicate from our own societies. And it happens that whenever we have problems, we see that anti-Semitism grows. And it grows also because of social media and problems. So this combination of new challenges like now the pandemic and the possibility of spreading fake news, of spreading prejudice through the social media, it's really something very dangerous for our own democracies and our societies. So we have to be careful to work on the awareness of our public opinion, because we know that always anti-Semitism traveled through media. It happened more than 100 years ago when there was this infamous libel, this book of the elders of Zion, which was based on fake propaganda, fake news created in Russia. And again, it's the same now in connection with the coronavirus. So this requests a lot of attention in all frameworks against disinformation and in order to have more awareness in our public opinion.
Thank you, Ambassador Talò, for this interview.
Thank you very much. Thank you.